these the basic concepts you know already. Okay, so this is our first module about the solving system of linear equation. Okay, so solving system of linear equation, you are doing that the same thing from class 9 or 10, whether it is a linear equation of of two variable. So those things you are already doing, and you are very much comfortable with this. So I am not going to those things. Just I am writing. So this is your system of linear equation. This is the format. So how many variables are there? Here how many variables? So x1 is one variable. Like we used to write x plus y equal to 3. Another equation we may write 2x plus 3y equal to let 5. Okay. So here how many variables are there? So here you are having two variables, two equations. So here you are having two variables and two equations. So similarly here, this is the general format. How many variables are there? N variables are there. And how many equations are there? You are having m equations you are having. M equation, how many variables are there? N variables you are having. So and here what you need to find, what you need to find why you are solving this equation, because you need to find what is the value of x, what is the value of y. This is our target. System of linear, you know the linear equation. Linear equation means degree should be 1. That is the linear equation. System means if you are having more than one equation, whether it is a 2 number of equation or 3 number of equations, that is called the system of linear equation. Okay. So system of linear equation means you are having so many linear equations you are having. Okay. This is not at all theoretical subject. This is fully concept based. But the basic things are like that only. Okay. And after some few minutes we'll directly go to solve problems. The basic things we need to discuss. So what you need to find, you need to find the value of x1 x2 up to xn. So these are unknown means you need to find. And so this b1 b2, sometimes you may have the right hand side as 0, sometimes you may not have. So if the right hand side is becoming 0, like 2x plus 3y equal to 0 0, then it is called as the homogeneous equation if the right hand side is 0. Okay, it is not necessary that all the time you will have the right hand side as 0. Okay, you may not have always. Okay, you may not have always. So if it is 0, then it is called as the homogeneous. If the right hand side is 0, it is called homogeneous. If right hand side not 0, then it is not called as the homogeneous, it is called as the non-homogeneous. So these are things not necessary. So what is the important thing? What is the, if the equation is given as this one, okay, x plus y equal to 0, 2x plus 3y equal to 0. So what is the first solution you can say? What is the first solution? If the equation given x plus y equal to 0, another is 2x plus 3y equal to 0. Okay. So without solving, what is the first solution?
Both are 0.
Both are 0.
Zero,
So that
zero.
is called as the trivial solution. Okay, or trivial solution. Trivial solution, it is called as the trivial solution, or means the, it is called as the default solution. Means by default it will be 0 0. Okay, you will have other solution also, but if you are putting x value y value 0, so that is called the trivial solution. So okay, so and there is another thing. This is the important thing. Which one? This one. So when a system of equation is said to be consistent and when they will called as the inconsistent. A system of equation is said to be consistent if it has at least one solution. If it is has at least one solution means you may have one solution, you may have more than one solution. For example, x plus y equal to 2. How many solutions are there in this equation? How many solutions are there? How many solutions are there?
Infinite.
Infinite.
Infinite number of solutions there. Someone can take 1, someone can take 1.5, 0.5, someone take 1.3 and 0.7. Okay, someone can take the thousands ways. Someone can take 0 2, someone can take 2 0, someone take 0.1 and 1.9. Someone take 0.1, 0.2, 1.8. Similar thousand combinations are there. Okay, so you should have at least one solution. Unique solution also okay. Otherwise, if you are having more than one solution, that is also okay. So if your system of equation is having at least one solution, then it is called as the consistent. It is called as the consistent. This is very much important. Okay, and if your system of equation is having no solution, then it is called as inconsistent. So can you give one example of inconsistent? Can you give one equation? One equation means a system of equation. Okay, can you give one example which is having no solution?
So two parallel planes.
Yeah, that is geometrical correct. Can you give one equation? System of equation. For example, x plus y equal to 2, again x plus y equal to 3. Correct or not? So whether it will have solution, because this is contradict. You are saying that x plus y equal to 2. Again you are saying that x plus y equal to 3. How it is possible? Getting or not? Getting or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So this is called a contradiction. So contradiction is happening. So contradiction is happening means this is nothing but a straight line only. And these two are nothing but the parallel straight lines. Okay? These two are nothing but the parallel. You can draw geometrically also, you can draw. So that will be, so geometrical what it will be. Okay, so we'll draw that also in geometrical also. So if you are drawing the first line, so this is nothing but, you can write this as like that, x by 2 plus y by 2 equal to 1, and the second line, otherwise you can draw different ways, so many ways. So I am writing in terms of x that intercept and y intercept way. So okay, so what is this line? You can draw this one. So actually I need little bit more space. Okay, it's okay. So first line, can you draw the first line? First line will pass through which point? It will pass through the 0, 2 and 2, 0 point. So here 2, 0 is here and 0, 2 is here. Okay, so this is the line that is nothing but here x plus y equal to 2 and x plus y equal to 3. Where it will pass? It will pass through 3, 0 and 0, 3. Clear or not? So this is the line that is nothing but x plus y equal to 3. So these two lines are parallel. They will never touch each other. That means there will be no solution. So if you are having no solution, that is called as the inconsistent. That is called as the inconsistent. What is called inconsistent? Inconsistent means you are having not at all one solution. Okay, you are having no solution. So better you take always the contradiction equations like x plus y, or you can write x plus y equal to 0, x plus y equal to a simple example you take. Okay, is it okay? Is it okay? So if someone is asking you what is the consistent equation, what is inconsistent equation, you can give the example. It is okay or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so next. Okay. Okay, and it is another example here also they are giving one inconsistent example. Okay, so here one equation is given, one straight line is given. So here it is saying that if for all ai equal to 0, all ai a1 a2 up to an are 0 and b is also 0, that means okay, so if all a1 a2 or an equal to 0, that means b is also 0. But if someone is saying that b is not equal to 0 but all ai is 0, so that is not possible, because if you are taking all ai equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0, that means it is contradiction happening. Left side is 0 but right side not 0, so that is called as the inconsistent. Okay, no solution, or you may have. So okay, so we'll discuss those things depending upon. So geometrically, if we are showing the same thing geometrically, so you take the system of equation, always you take in terms of two variable and two equation. Okay, so the first equation is nothing but one straight line, second equation is nothing but another straight line. So what you may have, so two straight lines are given. So two straight line means you are having only two combinations you are having. So what was, so you are having three combinations. What can be? So first thing is that they will intersect at one point. They will intersect at one. You take two pencils or two pens. Okay, you take any two pens and you check with your fingers. You take two of your fingers. Either they will cross each other, or they will parallel. They will never touch each other, or they will coincide. They will, one will lie upon other. Okay, you are having these three possible cases. You are having. So here it means you are having what? Unique solution. Here you are having unique solution. Here you are having no solution. And here you are having what? You are having infinite number of solutions. Okay. So infinite number of solution means those two straight lines are nothing different. They are actually same straight line. How you can see? For example, you can see x plus y equal to 1. Another line 2x plus 2y equal to 2. So what you have done? Only multiplied with 2. Actually, these two straight lines are looking different, but actually they are same only. You can write thousands like that. 3x plus 3y equal to 3. Nothing you have done. Only you have multiplied with 1 or 2 or 3. Actually, there are same equation. So here also they have the same example. X minus y is minus 1. 2x minus 2y equal to minus 2. So these straight lines are not different. There one is lying on other. So how many points will be their solution? There will be infinite number of points will be there. Okay. So am I going fast or it is okay? It is okay, na?
Sir, a little fast, sir.
Oh, I am going little bit fast. Okay, so I'll go little bit slow. So infinite solution means if both the equations are looking exactly same. Okay, you cannot distinguish among themselves. So that means you will have infinite number solution. And already I said that how the two straight lines will be parallel. Parallel means there will be no solution. How? I said now there I have shown one example, x plus y equal to 2. Another example is x plus y equal to 3. So here, so these two lines are, you can draw that we have already drawn there now. Sorry, I think I erased. Okay, so that will be, so x plus y equal to 2, x plus y equal to 3 is this straight line. This is nothing but x plus y equal to 2, and this straight line is nothing but x plus y equal to 3. Okay, these two straight lines are parallel. They will never touch. So there will be no common point. There will be no solution which will satisfy both the equations. For example, there will be no solution which will satisfy both the equation. At that time, there exists no solution. Why no solution? Because whether there exists any common line, there is no common line. They are never touching each other. So what is our target? Our target is to find a solution which should satisfy both. Solution means what is our equation? Here equation is x plus y equal to 2, x plus y equal to 3. This is our system equation. We need to find x and y values such a way that it should satisfy both. It should satisfy both. It should satisfy both. Here you are having some points. Here you are having some points which is satisfying the first equation. Okay. And here you are having some points which is satisfying the second. But whether there exists any solution which is satisfied by both, there exists no point which is satisfied both. So there exists no common solution. So no common solution means there exists no solution actually. There exists no solution which is satisfied both. So at that time, so how you'll write that there exists no solution? You just take the right hand side part different. See, left hand side is exactly same. X plus y. Here also x plus y. The right hand side you just take different. At that time you will have the two parallel lines. Parallel line means there will be no solution. Okay. So except these two cases, if you are taking any other case, you will have always unique solution. In general, if you are taking any two straight line, you will have always unique solution. Only except to these cases. Whether they are exactly same means infinite number of solution, and if parallel means there exists no solution. Except these two cases, all the other cases you will have unique solution. condition should be what I said. Yeah, it should be consistent. Okay, consistent means at least one solution. Okay, the first and third case is nothing but the consistent, and no solution is the middle one is the inconsistent. So these are the three cases. Either they are crossing each other at a single point, or they will be parallel, or one is coinciding on another, or both are coinciding to each other. Okay, so algebraic way also you can write it. So these things are not required. You can go through these things. So just mathematical they are writing. How it will be, how the case one means one is coinciding or both are coinciding. How will write? See, if you are having, okay, so you tell me here. You tell me the case one. Let me erase everything. Tell me here from this general case, you tell me for case one. For case one, so what should be the A2 value? If case one means infinite number of solution. For infinite number of solution, A2 should be
multiple of A1.
Some exactly multiple of A1, and B2 should be also
Multiple of B.
Exactly same multiple. It should be okay, and C2 should be same exactly same of C1. Okay, this is for the case for the case. This is the for the first case. For case two, what should be? Case 2 means there exists no solution. No solution means, so no solution. How you can write no solution means?
So A2 is equal to lambda A1, B2 is equal to lambda B1, and C2 is not equal to lambda C1.
Exactly, you can write in that way. So you can take A1 equal to some. So I took, okay, you can take single lambda. Unnecessary I took lambda 1. Okay. So A1 equal to or A2 equal to some lambda times of A1, and you can take B2 equal to some same lambda times of B1, and but C2 is not equal to lambda times of C1. Okay, so the left hand side will look exactly same, but the right hand side will be different. Okay, this is for the second case. And case 3 means a unique solution. Case 3 unique solution. So here there is another way to represent that one. You can write that as here, the case 3. So let me discuss the same thing again. So here for the case 1, A2 equal to some lambda times of A1, B2 equal to, this is for case 1, okay, this is for the case 1, and C2 equal to some lambda times of C1 for case 1, and case 2 equal to, this is for case 2. What is case 2? Case 2, here A2 equal to lambda times of A1, B2 equal to lambda times of B1, but C2 is not equal to, so right hand side should be different. Okay, and also left hand side same means A1 B2 minus A2 B1 should be equal to 0. Okay, because you are taking the same value, so so this condition will satisfy A1 B2 minus A2 B1 equal to 0. But the same thing is not equal to 0 means that is nothing but that they are distinct straight lines, they are having different slopes. Okay, they are having different slopes. A1 B2 minus A2 B1 not equal to 0. That way it will be the case 3. So this is the basic thing. I took lot of time to discuss that thing. Okay, so we'll go to the Gaussian elimination. This is the most important thing. Okay, so our course is starting from here. So before coming to the Gaussian equation, so let me okay, so it is 12. So we can have another 10 minutes we can have, na class? No issue, na?
Yes or no?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to say these things. Okay, so from here you can understand. Just a second. Okay, so it is saying that the basic idea in solving the linear equation, how we used to solve the linear equation. Let me show you first one example. Okay, from there I will come to the concept. Okay, for example, we are having these three number of equations we are having. This is one system of equation we are having. So what is our target? Our target is to find x, y, z value. These three are unknowns. Okay, so how used to solve? By hand? How used to solve? What you used to do in general?
So we try to make the coefficient of one variable the same.
Exactly. How? Tell me. So
So
first
by
thing
multiplying with a
first thing
constant.
is that what you used to do. You can see from this simple equation what we can do. From these two equation we can eliminate this x. We can eliminate this x or not? One x
Yes,
we
sir.
can eliminate. Okay. So if you are eliminating this x, so what you'll have in the second equation? You will have only y and z. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the first equation is having also y and z, and the last equation will have x, y, z. Clear or not? So
Yes,
if
sir.
you are having y and z two equation, from here you can get the value of y and value of z. Clear? Because two equation, two variable, na? Otherwise, okay, let me say it again. So for example, you can write the, okay, so you can see from these two equation, from the second equation, let me write it again. Okay, so it is written in different way, na? So you are getting confused. -1, then x plus 2y. So I am writing in, means third one I am writing first, then second one, then the last one. Okay, so what we can do? From these two equations, I can eliminate this x1. If I am eliminating this x, now the equation will be changed, but it will be in terms of y and z. It will be changed. This coefficient will be changed. Okay, you forget whatever it may be. Okay, it will be some star. Leave that thing. But it will be in terms of y and z or not? It will be in terms of y and z. From
Yes,
these
sir.
two equations, so this will be in terms of y and z. The last one also will be in terms of y and z. From these two equations, you can find y value and z value or not?
Yes, sir.
You can get it easily. Otherwise, next step is that you eliminate this y value. From the last equation, this y value will be eliminated. You will get the z value. Then you substitute here in z value. You will get the y value. So from these two equations, you will get the y value and z value. Okay. After getting this y value, z value, you substitute here. You will get the x value. Clear it not? Clear it not?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
this
sir.
is our normal process. So this method is called as the Gaussian elimination method. Okay, this method is called as the Gaussian elimination. Gaussian elimination method means one variable should be here, one variable should be there, but it should not be there in other places. See what is our process, what we are doing. The variable should be here, but it should not be here. Then second step, we are eliminating this y from here. So that means the second variable should be here, and also it can be here also, but it should not be here. Getting or not? And the last step, you are having the z value. Last step, here you are having z value, here also z value, you are having the z value. From here you are getting the z value, then you are substituting z value, you are getting the y value, then you are substituting y value, z value, you are getting the x value. Clear or not? This is called the Gaussian elimination. So leave that thing, will come step by step, no need to worry. And another thing is that what we are doing actually, see, we can interchange means, see, we can write the third equation first. whether there is any issue. If you are writing the third equation first, whether there is any issue?
No, sir.
No issue. So that means you can, we are having the freedom to interchange their positions. That is okay or not? We are having the freedom to interchange the positions. Okay. And if I am writing what I am doing, so if I am multiplying some 5 with this second equation, whether there will be any impact?
No,
Or
sir.
if I am multiplying 3 I should multiply, okay? Because if I am multiplying 3, then 3x can be cancelled. I can multiply any scalar value with any equation. I am having that freedom or not?
Yes, sir.
We are
Yes,
having
sir.
that freedom. Because if we are not multiplying this 3, we cannot eliminate this x. So what is our target? Our target is to eliminate this x from the second equation, na? So what we have to do? First we have to multiply with 3, then we have to do the subtraction, then this 3x will be cancelled. That is our target, na? So if 3 means we can multiply any scalar value. So that freedom also we are having. First thing is that we can interchange any equation, and second thing is that we can multiply any scalar value. And the last one, I'll ask you whether you will permit me or not. Let me ask you. So can I write, what is the third equation? Here it is 2y plus 4z. Okay. So can I write equation 3 plus 2 times of equation 1 equal to equation? Okay, so let me, actually this online class is now making it is little bit difficult. Okay, so can I add one equation with other one? Can I write
Yes, sir.
equation? Can
Yes,
I
sir.
write equation in place of equation 2? Equation 2. Can I write equation 2 plus equation 3? Can I add 2 equation and I can make another equation?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm asking from everyone whether it is
Yes, sir.
possible.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, we can do that.
Yes, sir.
We have to take one simple example. Okay, for example, we are having x plus y equal to, let 2. Okay, another we are having 3x plus 2y equal to, let I am having 3. Okay, so I can write what I can write. I can write the same equation. I can write 3x plus 2y plus x plus y equal to 3 plus 2. The same thing, because I am satisfying the both side also. So I can add any equation also, because if it is satisfying this equation means it will satisfy this too. Okay, so we need to find the x and y value. So if we have to satisfy these two means it should satisfy the third one also. So you can add any two equations also. Not only add, we can multiply any scalar value with one equation, and we can multiply one scalar value with one equation, and we can add that too also. That is also okay or not?
Yes,
We
sir.
can multiply one scalar value with one equation, and we can add with any equation. Not only with that equation, we can add with any equation. And right side also we have to do, not only left hand side, we have to balance both sides. That also we can do it or not? So here it is possible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in our, while solving the problem, we are having the freedom. What we are having the freedom? We are having 3 freedoms we are having. One thing is that we can interchange, see here, we can multiply any scalar value with one equation. That is one permission we are having. We can interchange any two equation. That is also we are having permission. We can add one constant multiply of one equation. We can add to another equation. These 3 permission we are having or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Except these 3 permission, we cannot do anything else. But these 3 permission are allowed. These 3 operations are allowed. You can do these things and without affecting those equations. We are not affecting those equations. Nothing is going to change. Getting or not? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And reverse also we can do. Exactly reverse. If we are so reverse means if you have multiplied with one equation some scalar value, you can multiply the reciprocal. Reciprocal multiple. If you are multiplying with 5, next step you can multiply with 1 by 5 also. That is also possible. Okay. Interchange again, that is also possible, and add the negative of the same constant multiple of the equation to the other, means the reverse also possible. You can go back to the previous step also. Okay, this is nothing but the reverse process. This is the reverse process. So everyone understood these three things or not?
Yes, sir.
So that is the basic thing of the. So what we used to do, we can write the equation in terms of matrix. Whatever the operation we are doing, for example, we can write x plus y equal to 2. Another equation is 3x plus 4y equal to, let's say, 5. So the same equation we can write in terms of matrix. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you are writing in terms of matrix, that means people understand this is nothing but your equation. This is nothing but your x plus y equal to 2, 3x plus 4y equal to 5. So the equation we can write in terms of matrix. Okay, getting or not? And here this is nothing but a system of equation. A11 plus A11x plus A11x plus A12 x1 x2. Similarly A1n xn equal to b1. This is our first equation. Similarly second. So equation also we can write in terms of matrix. So whatever the operation we are doing with the equation, same operation we can do with the matrix. That means we can interchange any two rows. So what we can do, we can multiply any scalar value with any row of the matrix. That is also possible because that is equation operation. So the same operation we can do in that matrix. We can interchange any two rows. We can do it. Row means, this row means stands for one equation. Row is nothing but equation only. Okay. So if we can multiply a scalar value with an equation, that means we can multiply one scalar value with one row. We can multiply, for example, I multiplied here 2. You can multiply here 5. Okay, without changing, nothing will be changed. And here it will be some 2 b1, and here it will be 5 bn. Getting or not? Clear or not? You can interchange any two equations. That means you can interchange two rows. So R1 and R2 you can interchange. Means in place of R1 you can write R2. In place of R2 you can, R1 means row 1, R2 means row 2, Rn means row n. And you can multiply a scalar with an equation, you can add to another equation. That means in place of row 3, I can write row 3 plus 2 times of row 1. It is possible or not? Because we are doing the same thing in equation, we can do the same thing with the rows also. Getting or not?
Yes, sir.
Getting. So next class, whatever we are doing in terms of equation, same thing we will do in terms of matrix. Okay, so we'll discuss the same thing with respect to matrix in next class. Okay, this is the means the first class. So you may go through this book, you will understand the same thing, and next class will solve the problem. Okay. Okay, so you can take leave.
Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Sir, I
sir.
missed my attendance due to internet issues.